And Mark Santomartino joins us from State Parliament. Mark, you're with the Shadow Finance Minister, Jess Wilson.
I am, Eliza. Jess, thank you so much for your time. Big budget based on a lot of new taxes. Will you be supporting any of these?
Well, what we've seen today is a budget that's heading in the wrong direction, whether it's taxes up, whether it's looking at services not being delivered to Victorians. We're headed in the wrong direction with debt rising and interest rising. And you're right, we've seen a number of new taxes today, whether that's taxes on businesses, whether that's taxes on property owners, which will flow through to the rental market, and taxes on renters, or whether that's taxes on schools and independent school fees going up. This is not a budget that's delivering any relief for Victorians.
Now, the Treasurer says we have to do this. We have to pay back the $30+ billion we borrowed for COVID. That plan is a 10-year plan of higher taxes, but it will also include 3,000 to 4,000 public sector workers losing their jobs. I mean, can that happen without services being affected?
Well, we want to make sure that those jobs that the Treasurer has outlined today, 3,000 to 4,000 as you say, aren't the frontline workers, aren't the nurses, aren't the ambulance drivers. We need to make sure that those services are being delivered to Victorians. But what we've also seen today is, despite those job cuts, 3,000 to 4,000 public servants, we've seen the wage bill for the public service go up by $3 billion. Only under this government would we see cuts to jobs, but then the debt continue to rise.
And while big businesses will be paying additional payroll tax, there is good news for small businesses. The threshold has been increased, meaning that 6,000 businesses that were paying that tax won't be paying it anymore. Will you support those changes through Parliament?
Well, this is very similar to a policy we took to the last election. And as the Coalition, we always want to look for genuine tax reform. So any relief we can provide to businesses will certainly be supporting.
And finally, we heard $171 billion. That's where we're heading for our net debt back in 2026, 2027. We'll be paying $20 million a day roughly in interest by then. Is that as high as it's going to get?
Look, I don't believe those forecasts. We've seen time and time again these forecasts not be met. And what we've seen today when it comes to these so-called surpluses is $3 billion being ripped out of the Transport Accident Commission. That's money that could be making our roads safer. We've got a very, very high road toll this year, 30% higher than what it usually is, but it's been ripped out to prop up this budget.
Jess, thank you again for your time. Eliza, I'll be back at 6 o'clock breaking down the numbers and including all of the reaction to today's state budget.
Looking forward to it.